Yo, how's it going on guys? It is Zara here. Welcome back to my reviews on Pokemon Journeys. Today, I will be reviewing episode 64, The Detested Absol. Before we get into this, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new, to stay up to date with all new Pokemon Journeys content. Also, if you do enjoy this video, please consider giving the video a like to support the channel. So, the episode starts off with Ash and Go speaking to the professor about a request they received from their old friend called Hoji, who, if you don't remember, appeared in episode 7 and battled against Ash and Go in the Flute Cup. Apparently, the water at his uncle's hot springs has stopped flowing, and around this time, an Absol was seen close by. Because of this, the local townspeople believe it is Absol's doing, due to it being known as
the Disaster Pokémon.
But of course, our trusty researchers don't believe this and sail out to Laveridge Town in the Hoenn region to uncover the truth. Once there, they meet up with the man himself, Hoji. He notices that Go has caught a Grookey and tries to give her a handshake. However, he falls on the floor due to Grookey pulling him over, which was very funny. Whilst walking around the town, Hoji explains to the boys that due to the hot springs being closed, no one has come to visit anymore, and everyone blames it on Absol. He then shows the boys an old tablet that has been there for generations, which had an Absol carved on it. According to the legend, whenever Absol showed up, disaster also followed. This is why everyone thinks Absol is at blame. Hoji asks the duo if they could find the truth, as he doesn't think Absol would do this. Go says that he's a really kind person, which Hoji tries to shrug off, but he's a real softie. They arrive at Hoji's uncle's inn to be greeted by his uncle and some townspeople. He tells the gang that they're going out to hunt for Absol. Hoji introduces Ash and Go. However, his uncle asks what a bunch of kids could even do to help. Go then states maybe Absol's showing up to warn them of some danger instead of trying to cause it. Even so, the townspeople still disagree. Go says give them some time and they'll uncover the real reason behind all of this. Hoji's uncle grudgingly accepts and gives them a time limit of 2 hours, but if they fail, the townspeople will go out and hunt for it. Now, with that established, Hoji shows the gang the hot springs. He explains that the water stopped about half a month ago. Go finds out that the water actually comes from Mount Chimney. With all the information gathered, our boys head off to the mountain. After a super long walk, they arrive to be greeted by the Absol, which then starts attacking the gang and the environment around them. Suddenly, due to all the chaos, Grookey gets caught into it and faints. And with that, Absol flees. Ash and Go question why did Absol randomly attack them out of nowhere, and because of this, the entrance has actually been blocked, so they have to find another way. Once the group finally finds it, they actually see a pipe that leads all the way up to an icy area. They notice that all the water has actually been frozen, but this shouldn't happen as the water that leads to the hot spring is actually heated up by magma underground. Go sends out his trapinch in hopes they can see what's going on underground. However, it's actually frozen underground as well. Suddenly, a huge gust of cold air emerges, and within it, a Glalie appears and starts attacking them. Ash tells Pikachu to counter with Electro Web. However, Glalie uses Icy Wind, so they all have to make a run for it. And can I just say, the facial expressions on Ash and Go when they were cold were very funny. Moving on, the boys notice that it leads back to a cave where there's many Glalie and a snow run. Go says that it looks as if they got lost up the mountain and then throws it to make themselves more comfortable. And then Go being Go decides the best way to sort this out is by catching them. But then suddenly the Absol from earlier appears to protect the ice types. It then starts attacking Ash and Go again. Go exclaims to Absol why is it getting in their way as they just nearly got to the bottom of the problem. Which Absol stares the two down with a huge death stare, then runs up the mountain. Ash notices that maybe it was trying to tell them that something is happening. Go rings up Hoji and explains everything that had just occurred. He then asks if he could check the tablet to see if there's anything that's happened in the past that parallels to what's happening right now. He agrees and heads off. Ash questions Go why he called Hoji to look at the tablet. Go says that the tablet actually shows all of the disasters that Absol previously warned about. Hoji calls up again and says that Go's correct, as everything that's happened right now has actually happened in the past on the tablet. And this is actually very clever of Go to be able to spot this out. But Hoji also says that it seems the mountain will also erupt, which is what the Absol was trying to warn them about this whole time. So with all of the information gathered, they head to the peak of the mountain. Once they arrive, Go notices a rock that is steaming, and if they break it, they'll be able to let the steam vent. With all of that said, he sends out Cinderace to use Parabol on the rock, but this doesn't do anything. Ash tells Pikachu to use Thunderbolt, but that doesn't work. The gang then do a double attack, but this still doesn't do anything. This really was a tough rock to crack. But luckily, the Absol from earlier appears to help out by attacking the rock. They all work together in sync to attack it, managing to damage the rock. Then Absol does the final finishing move, managing to break it. But because of this, a massive amount of hot steam heads straight towards Absol. Go being Go throws a Pokeball at it, and managing to protect it from the steam, actually catching it in the process. Go tells Absol that he's really happy it's okay, and there won't be any eruptions anytime soon. He thanks Absol for helping them prevent the danger and says he's free to leave now. However, it decides that it wants to go with Go, which kind of caught me off surprise. Anyways, back at the town, the gang enjoy themselves in the hot springs. But then, Hoji's uncle apologizes to the boys and Absol, and then drenches himself in cold water. Basically, just doing the ice bucket challenge. But yeah, this was really funny. And with that, they enjoy the rest of their time in the springs and then say their goodbyes, bringing the episode to an end. So, what are my thoughts on this episode? To be honest, I thought it was pretty decent. I'm really glad that Hoji returned, and I really love the continuity there from episode 7, and now that he's a good friend of Ash and Go. I also really liked Go's thinking in this episode when it came to putting the final puzzle together. I felt this episode really brought out his character and his perks, as he's a very smart person. However, the only bad thing I can say about this episode was the capture. Firstly, I would have been happy if either Ash or Go caught it, but I feel like this was kind of underwhelming, especially for Go, as Absol is such a fan favourite Pokemon. I wish there was more to it, you know. But yeah guys, I really hope you enjoyed my review on episode 64. Please comment your thoughts on this episode. Did you enjoy it or you didn't? I'd love to hear them all and speak to you guys in the comment section down below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more Pokemon Journeys content. We're on the road to 80k, so any little support helps out a lot. And please give the video a like, I would really appreciate it. With all of that said, catch me next week for my episode 65 review, Ash vs Champion Iris. It's definitely going to be the best battle in Journeys yet. But yeah, till then, take care.